I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stand. I'm in the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Good track. Hey, 19-4.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. It's complete to Fuller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Texans.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try the air now with Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Ready.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 11.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brees, and a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. He's going to loft one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Houston.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Alert. Spot. No. Switch. Alert. Time to go.
Watson on 1st down. On the right side, this is Miller. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They come out here in the eye. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Set. 18. Check. 47. Silver. Time to go.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop! You kill!
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 50 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go. Come on.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
54.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep here for Stills. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, eluding the and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Faking the give, now Watson. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Miller. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Well, they go with a slant that time. 15 yards and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Check 49. Check the ball.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on.
Hey, 59. And no time now.
Now a first down throw. Watson. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thomas. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
0-2. Hey, orbit.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. As the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Breeze to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Breeze now. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Breeze here finding Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson with a give to Miller. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check, check, check. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Miller. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 41, Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now it's Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Watson trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Thomas, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ready. 5-8.
2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brees throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. 11 yards there. 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Sammy!
And 1st down, Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Here's Watson. And Thomas has it. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 99 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On the ground, Kamara. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. Let's get it. At the 48-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Saints, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.